Man, coming to the stage. This next dude is just different. He's just different, man.
He funny.
He's different. Hey, man, unfortunately, we got two more comedians.
Unfortunately. Because we know y'all want to go party or whatever, you know, but...
But unfortunately, we got to watch these niggas try to live out their dream.
What about the nigga that's sitting in there like, shit, this is all I had to do. There's a party.
Party after this?
What party? They ain't even tell me.
Hey, man, we
never invite James.
we know they was on the flyer, y'all, but unfortunately they gotta go up.
That's the crazy part about LA. Sometimes the party be so cracking in LA that niggas have to go. Like people that wouldn't normally be there would go, like they go to the house or they'd have like some secret location or they go off to a place that was comfortable. But when that shit cracking. And on Monday, that shit is cracking.
Unfortunate.
Yo, I heard about the party.
It's lit.
I heard about it.
The karaoke.
Yeah. I heard about it afterwards.
The Station 1640 there, that shit is. That's the one club I go to in LA, unless I'm out with Tehran. Addendum for Stefano, but really Tehran. Me and Tehran, we'll go, like we went to Hyde Saturday, like we go out. But and I'll club hop with this nigga, but like every now and then Stefano will have some shit I'll go to, but I don't really go, you know, and y'all know I'm a club nigga, but I don't really. I be going in, when you go out in LA, you wonder why you was ever a club person. What the fuck am I doing out here? That shit look weird. Niggas really standing
here. With all this impossible.
It ain't no, like I ain't been to the club and seen, like if I count the last 20 times I've been to the club and it was something worth me having a conversation with, nigga, it might be 2 times. It might have, and hey, guess what, man? It's goddamn Station 1640. You know what I mean? and every other night,
we had a ball.
That shit was different, you know. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, I'm different is actually fantastic. That's a bar, nigga, right there. Unfortunately, I'm different. It's a fucking bar.
Where we at?
Fortunately, I'm different.
Where we at? Where the
Yeah. Wait. We about to go?
I thought we'd been going.
Okay, you're right. That's what I was feeling. All right. Welcome, everybody. Black Tea University, episode number 80 here with Mikey Winfield, BT Kingsley, and Lance Woods.
We different, y'all.
Different, you know. Normally we got the hat on, but tonight we just, you know, we just we just going for it, you know.
Nigga, next time you do that show, you gotta come up to 2 Chainz. I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. Pull up to the scene with the hat missing.
2 Chainz, but I got me a few on.
2 Chainz is underrated, man. Hey, 2 Chainz is fun, bro.
Yo, Lance, did you see the title of that new album I was talking about?
That's what it was. It's the new one.
It's the new one. Right.
This dope ain't gonna sell itself.
Great title. Great title. That's a great
That's what
title.
I tell people when I gotta go. I said, hey man, these hoes ain't gonna pimp themselves. I gotta go. I'll talk to you later, Pastor.
Yeah, man. Digga.
Hey man, no, man. I ain't even left this yet, man. I'm like, what makes somebody do that? And I was really going into it, you know? You know, man, it's real. It's just interesting. It's all interesting, you know? Because
different.
It definitely is, man. Because, like, I knew it. I actually knew it. I knew it at the time, even. Because I was, you know, man, I was like, nah, man, I wasn't even gonna wear the coat. And I know it ain't just one thing. It's like a compilation. It's like a combination of like a whole bunch of things mixed in one. But I was like, man, I don't have nowhere to set it. So I was like, hey, it's coming to the stage, you know? And I was like, man, what's in a person? What's in a person? And then I was like, man, hey, man, it's hard to say certain things, man, and like not come off the wrong way. But I'm gonna try to say this. Yo, man, like I make people feel a certain way, you know? And it's nothing new. You know, like I got a ton of fans and I see it regularly. I see people very uncomfortable around me. I see things happen and I see people just jumping the nerves just because of just simple presence. And man, it's like, it's nothing I can do about that. I'm just, you know, I try to put people at ease, but I just get it, man. Like, you know, man, it's different. You know, man, it's like really.
So look, because okay, we gotta get them some background. So we're doing a show, and the intro, Mike being brought to the stage. It's easy to do a comedy intro. Hey man, next guy coming to the stage, next lady coming to the stage, very funny. You might have seen her on this, but y'all gonna see her right now. Put your hands together for the one and only, such and such, such and such. Very simple, right? James. Hey man, the next guy coming to the stage, very funny, man. You seen him on HBO, you seen him on Comedy View, you're gonna see him right now. Put your hands together for James. Simple. But Mike was not brought to the stage like that. Mike was brought to the stage like unfortunately we got two more comics. Because I know y'all want to party, but you know, but they funny though. So the next comic I'm bringing to the stage, man, he different. You know, he different. He funny, but he different. He usually got an afro, but tonight he got a hat on. Give it up for Michael Winfield. That was the intro.
Hold on.
Oh, that's the dog bar again. So that was the intro. So in the moment of the intro, I was like, what? Like I was like, what? Why did that? Huh? Like he was on The Office. He did Letterman. He had a show on Fuse. He had another show on what's the gay channel, Mike, that you was on?
Wait a minute. What's the what now?
What's the gay channel you was on?
Logo.
Yeah. He had a show on Logo.
Nigga, how crazy is that Mike had a straight show on the gay channel. He was reporting all the hetero shit to the gay. This shit was literally called the Straight Out Report. Like, man, let me tell you what's going over here with this pussy, man. Shit crazy.
Yo, man, you know what's crazy? And after like we did episodes, man, they gave us episodes, and then eventually they stopped giving us episodes. But something crazy, and I think this impacted some people, man, because I was freestyling on set, and one day I just yelled, man. I was just like, pussy! Like, you know, in the recording, you know, because I'm just, you know, instinct. I was like, this is funny, you know, and it didn't end up airing. They didn't make it to the episode. But, man, I think it had, like, type of impact on, like, the people around, and they stopped giving us episodes. Yeah, man. I thought the timing was perfect. Doing,
Oh my God!
Stuff is wild, man.
Let me tell you how to get your show canceled.
They wasn't feeling all that straight humor.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God, that is funny.
Yeah. So that's the backstory on the intro. So now, Mike, you said you understand that something about your presence.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is, coming from somebody that started. I probably saw like one of his first sets, like, and man, it's like people they see you, what you've done and stuff, and like, man, like to a lot of people, I'm like an OG in the game. It's like it's this thing, and I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, a lot of it be perception, right? Because I think there's two things that probably are at play. One, like the way that we perceive love versus how love may be given aren't always in line with each other, right? Like in that nigga's eyes, nah, nigga, this is love. But for us, he was like, nigga, that was a weird ass intro. You know what I'm saying? And right next to that, then there's just the LA thing, right? There's just like this thing that exists in the city that's this energy that's always here. And then on top of all that, niggas is different. Yeah, hey, listen, man, as a different ass nigga that's been walking around with a scarf on my head for goddamn 9 years when it wasn't cold. And before that, it was lights on my shoes. And before that, it was 2 watches. Nigga, as a nigga that has been different as fuck for a long time, at least you have the beauty in your hands that niggas anticipate you gonna be funny. That was never in my fucking favor. It's like, but nigga have been different for a long time. I think a lot of it is like when you step back and look at it, and then I just ask, nigga, when you step back and look at it, do you feel different?
Hey, man, my thing personally is no. Man, it'd be the times when I'm told, when I'm like, and man, I got like people around me that been there the whole time and was like, no, that's not how people typically do things. And I'm like, oh, okay. And man, here's another thing about it. Like, let's just say it was love. Let's just say it was. Man, I felt it. I felt it on stage. When I went up there and they was looking like, so what is all this?
Yeah.
This different. Oh shit, a hat? He got it's an afro? Man, like, so
you had to climb out of it.
Then I had to like work. Like, man, like I just want to come out and just do a bit. Now I'm up there like talking about how great the last intro was and mentioning some of my old BS credits from like 07 or some shit with Byron Allen, And like I shouldn't be digging myself out the hole with an intro, man. But this is the game, man, and I actually like it because it's like I get to look back, and that was an experience. And now I'm always like, man, this has happened before. I'm supposed to remember how I would have handled it when this does happen. Because you think this is the first time I had some weird ass intro, man? Like, nah, I had this shit happen at Just for Laughs in Montreal because I didn't tell Tom Papa something specific. And he was like, you guys, this guy coming all the way from the States, I met him on the elevator. He just went to this big rant about us hanging out on the elevator. And I'm like, man, I'm going to never do that again. But then I did.
Now, so did you tell him like credits to bring you up? Are you like, no, this nigga know me, you wouldn't think that was necessary?
Well, man, I didn't even know he was bringing me up because this was the second half of the show.
Gotcha.
Me and D-Ray had already talked. So I just thought D-Ray was bringing me up.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, because Mike got a hat on, but this is Mike. So it ain't just a plain hat.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a hat you've never seen before.
Yes.
With a jacket you've never seen before.
Yes.
But they don't got shit to do with the set. That's just how the nigga like to dress.
Yes.
Like he's not doing the I don't know who, Michael Blackson thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, no, this is like a costume. It's like, nah, bro, I'm just dressed, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I'm just fresh as fuck for me.
Yeah, this is just what I like. You know what I mean? So I'm watching it. Like I was standing there and I was like, and you know, but you know what I mean? Because you there, I'm rooting, but really for a lot of my friends is on that show. People I would consider friends.
I don't have a lot of friends on that show. I can tell you that now. I saw the lineup. That's why I didn't get to make it. I know if I would knew you and Mike was there, the nigga that we're talking about, I fuck with him. He kind of thin like that.
Oh my goodness.
I think it was like one more nigga on there. I fuck with him.
and I'm using friends loosely, but you know what I mean.
These your besties.
Yeah. I mean, we all grew up together. So you know what I mean? And I'd be like rooting for niggas, but I love watching it happen. I love watching it happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like Mike is a writer, so Mike ain't somebody who you would ever know all of his bits because he write too much.
Right.
But when I hear him going into a bit, I know that bit. So I'm waiting on the punchline. Like, let me see how these motherfuckers take this one.
Yeah.
I'm doing that the whole time. But like you said, he was digging out of a hole from the intro. So the first 3 minutes he was saying shit I never heard because these aren't things that he's written.
He's off the cuff at this point.
Yeah, he gotta get.
It was no way. Hey man, it was no way. It was no way to just, hey, you guys, I've been at the, like, you just couldn't. You just couldn't.
Hold on. I've been at the what?
The mall.
As you can see with my hat, I've been at the
Yeah,
I went to the different store and it was cool.
I went to the different store.
But I mean, in general though, that room, like every room has its own identity, and that room has an identity for like notoriously being awkward with a phenomenal intro. Like it's always been a interesting room because before there were dual hosts, and I could say this from watching. It hadn't been so much my experience, but like I seen it happen all the time where it wasn't a hood room. That wouldn't classify because it was too Hollywood to be hood. It was because it was Hollywood as fuck. It was very black Hollywood, if anything.
I'll tell you what the room is, but go ahead.
And what used to happen was when D-Ray would be hosting, D-Ray could be freestyling and can turn a freestyle into a bit pretty effortlessly. Like, let me tell you, it's one of his like phenomenal skills. Like the nigga can write in the moment, and oddly enough, doesn't get talked about enough. I think D-Ray's like the references are goofy. The references are way more goofy than his persona would have you allow. Like he'll pull something out of there. You're like, nigga, why did you say that? Nigga, I didn't even know you watched that shit. Like the references are random and goofy. But I say all that to say, he would set a tone in the room where the audience kind of didn't want to see nobody but him or somebody he gave hella love to. So like if he had gave them hella love and the audience was used to them, then they like Red or like his peers. But everybody else, it'd be like, and he would say like, man, the next comedian, Spike booked him, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. Like that. Like he would literally bring him up like that. Like
I've seen him do that. Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
And he'd be like, and if the nigga wasn't funny, he'd come on, he's like, hey, I said they was from this city, there was this. So don't put that on me. That was on Spike. Like that. Or, hey man, the improv making us book this dude. So here goes like you bring him up like that. So I say that to say this nigga is also kind of his mentor now. Right? So this nigga has like his own energy and his own demeanor, but so did I when I met DC Curry. And then I just learned shit from my OG. I was just like, oh okay, all right, noted. Interesting. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that room has always had an energy. It's always had it. And it would be different because sometimes Red would be hosting and the energy wouldn't be the same. It'd be totally different. It'd be light and fun and fluffy, but like, oh, nigga, when Spike
described it like pancakes, light and fun and fun.
Yeah, it'd be like wow. Nigga, when Spike used to book the room, nigga, you know how many niggas Spike cussed out that I watched? How many niggas want to fight Spike after their conversations? You go to like, let's take it back 7 years. You come to LA, no COVID, shit's just cracking, nigga. Everything's cracking. We got the Tuesday, we got the Wednesday. Like, God Tory ain't there no more, nigga, but it's still a Tuesday nights at the store and that shit's cracking. Drew got Tuesdays. And or there's Wednesday nights at All Deaf. And it's like, I mean, shit's popping. This is something, the union's here. And the nigga might even fuck around at the J spot if you want some pussy. This is a bunch of shit. Chocolate Sunday. All right. You would try to get on all these shows. Union would have his own little energy. You knew this was off the beaten path. You knew that, Tuesday would kind of be a little more Hollywood spot, a little more lax. Sunday, you knew Pookie would be kind of elusive. And let me tell you something. This nigga Spike was easy to find because he was loud, he was front and center, and he was abrasive. You come in from your little random city, you'd be like, hey, man, Spike, can I? For the people that I'm drawing reference for, because y'all already know all this. There was a dude that used to help promote this night that we're talking about Monday nights at the Improv, and his name was Big Spike. He does like other promotion that's sitting now that's still jumping. Cool nigga, Texas nigga, loud, abrasive, drunk uncle energy. You'd be like, hey, Spike, can I get down? Fuck is you, nigga. See, my name's James. You know what I mean? I'm from Memphis. I'm really funny, man. I would just love to perform and shit. Nigga, you ain't funny, motherfucker. I don't know. Y'all know this motherfucker? I don't know this nigga who told you was funny, nigga. You nigga, this the real shit in here, nigga. I don't know what the nah, nigga, fuck all that. And then nigga that told you to introduce yourself, he be like, just give me a second. That nigga come out again. Well, everybody want to get on this motherfucking show, nigga. I don't know who the fuck they just nigga. Anybody just can't get on this bitch, nigga. This nigga here said he wanted to get on, nigga. The fuck is this nigga? See, I done seen multiple niggas want to fight this nigga because they just want to go to blows with this nigga because they ain't never been to Hollywood. They don't understand. They don't know none of this fuck shit. They just like, who the fuck is this nigga? Why is he talking like that?
Why is he talking to me like this?
Why is he talking to me like that? So then eventually you meet him again. Somebody say, this nigga funny. Who's like, this nigga ain't funny. You want this shit, nigga? Okay. You see you around and eventually he'd put you up. Now, if you rocked, he probably would put you up early unless he heard certain things or saw something. And now if you rocked, like, okay, little nigga, shit, you did all right. We gonna see. And next time you come, that nigga would throw you to the wolves. He'd put you up after Corey Holcomb just went up and you next, nigga. It's like he'd throw you to the swim, nigga. He was the throw you in the deep end uncle. You thought that first one went well, so you was all
Mama, I told you I had it.
Yeah, but if you killed him, like, okay, nigga, all right, little nigga, this is shit, nigga, you all right? He wouldn't say you was funny. It would take forever for that nigga to say you was funny. He would have to see you multiple times. I say all that to say this energy in this room has always been weird. And just because Spike ain't there no more, and just because D-Ray is really busy and shooting Snowball and all the other shit, the room energy hasn't changed. The room energy to me has not changed. Even with the new co-host, room energy is always the same to me. I'm always on guard in that bitch. In it, nigga, I saw Tony Baker have one of the funniest sets I've ever seen in my life because he was pissed about how long the show was taking, all the shit. That nigga didn't do shit but cuss out the audience for 15 minutes. This nigga didn't do no material. No, fuck all this. Nigga just cussed the audience out for 15 minutes. Hilarity. Hilarity. Because that room, always weird. Always weird. So I would say, nigga, anytime you do that, motherfucker, I don't give a fuck. If I'm hosting, expect some bullshit. Expect bullshit that room. Always, nigga. It's one of the few rooms I've like understood, like I have to kind of be present in, but like none of the Talking Sundays, it's hard to take an L at Talking Sundays.
I be telling, if you take Ellen Talking Sundays, either something went catastrophically wrong, or you need to reevaluate some things.
Or even something that went catastrophically wrong is you, because it's a really, really forgiving.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't. Yeah, and I've seen it happen. Yes,
it's really like even, and now I've seen it at all levels because I've been doing the pre-show hosting over there, so that means I'm going into this room ice cold. Still feels great. Still no excuses. I'm like, nope. Still warm water. It ain't a hot tub, but this is definitely a heated pool with a roof. There's a heated pool inside, and there ain't 11 bitches in here, and they ain't naked, but it's 4, and they got on 2 pieces. It's always.
Yeah, man. So I'm on this bitch, right? And now I'm like, okay, I done got myself out the first hole.
Yeah.
Boom, I jump into a bit, and I'm like, all right, cool. I got him. I'm good. And then I found myself in another hole, man. And I went into, that's that thing, man. I think I'm on a wave, but then I jump into some trust shit too early. Now, that's like some of my favorite shit to talk about. And I'm looking rated women that are like, you know, maybe another day, but I'm not going for the celebrating men being men type stuff. And
it's one of them bits where they got to get to know you for it to go over, and they don't know you yet.
Exactly, man. And I saw them looking at me, and I was like, okay. Because, man, like, for the first part of it, the dudes was rocking with me. Then the second part, I straight up was like, y'all know how y'all are? And that shit, they was like, no. Yeah. And then, man, it was like the 3-part, and I was like, okay, man, just, all right, what's next? That's what's in my head. It's like, I already see where they at. So I already know how this gonna be. What's next? And then the transition was on some it wasn't smooth. It wasn't smooth as far as transition goes. Man, I tried to bail myself out with like, hey man, there's another kid. I was like, nah.
Let me tell you something, bro. Go ahead, Lance.
You know what's funny when you know the kind of room, so you be like, yo, I got a set. I'm probably doing like maybe 12 minutes or something like that. Whatever the case is, I got 12 minutes that will for sure rock in here with no issue. But then you be like, man, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. You be like, I want to do the shit I want to do. It ain't about them. It's about me.
It's about me.
For the audience, listen. We love y'all. And by the way, if you come to a show, thank you. And fuck y'all. from the bottom of my heart, because I can't do if I have to do a set that patronizes to what you want to hear, it ain't gonna be fun for me, and it's gonna officially be a L for everybody.
Yeah.
You gotta do what works for you, what's fun for you.
But then that's the balance of Hollywood, because you don't never know who in here. Right? So all they gonna remember is what they remember. Oh man, that was hilarious. You know what I mean? Versus, oh, it was all right.
Right.
Based on you doing what you wanted to do sometimes versus you doing what you know was just gonna rock.
And okay, so I've kind of started to put my fingerprints on. And this isn't for everybody. This is for the niggas on this conversation and comedians of our caliber.
Also, man, y'all can't see this, but my results was negative on the COVID, so I will be at the taping. More results. Hey, man, keep going.
I had some breaking news too, but I didn't want to interrupt you, BT.
More breaking news, fucking, we out of here, nigga.
Hey, man.
Negative results, yeah.
The Pacers trade Karis LeVert to the Cavs for Ricky Rubio's contract. All right, go ahead.
Wait, you say who?
Karis LeVert.
To the Cavaliers for who?
Full trade. Indiana sends Karis LeVert and a 2022 second round pick via Miami to Cleveland for Ricky Rubio and a lottery protected 2022 first round pick.
Hey, Ricky Rubio, yeah.
Ricky Rubio, who's out for the year with an ACL. So it's really his expiring contract. All right, go ahead.
No, man. Hey, BT, I really wanted to hear what you said, so I hope you don't forget. But, man, those negative results, man, remember what happened to the last one. So,
full celebration.
So this is a celebration.
This is a goddamn celebration.
Hey, and I'm here. Keep going.
I don't remember what I was saying. No, what? What was
you said for the crowd, you were talking about taking.
Oh yeah. So for the comedians that are for us three, for BT Kingsley, Lance Woods, Mike Winfield. All right, Mike Winfield.
Michael
Winfield. And Mike E. Winfield. I'm not advising this for all comics. I'm gonna be honest with some of y'all, you're not there yet. And you need to do the set that got you here. And you need to do it often. And you need to do it consistently. And you can veer off that path if you want to, and you might be right, and I could totally be wrong. But it is a showcase city. LA is a showcase city. Now, one of the things to be understood about LA, once you have like a footing in the shows, is you're gonna do this room again. So like trusting your freestyle, or even or trusting the new shit, or testing it or trying it, I've seen be a beautiful place for comedians. Because one of the things that, if you always go in here polished, right? One of the things that you eliminate as one of your superpowers, or in a place where people are trying to see who you are, it's a way to like reveal the curtains. I remember when I used to do the touch, this nigga Carlos Rodriguez told me, he said, bro, one of the most beautiful things to see is you when it's like, he was like, when we used to do the touch, sometimes it wouldn't be nobody there. Like, nigga, it'll be like 13 people in the crowd, and this show got to be 2 hours, and nigga, there's 2 comics, and both them niggas got 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. And they stretching for 10. They don't have 10 minutes. They got
this. No, this sounds like my exact Nutty Monday stories. Keep going.
Nigga, stretching. So very often at the top, I used to have to do just hella time. And then Carlo was like, bro, he said one of the beautiful things is watching you have to think on stage. He was like, you're literally creating now. He said those gifts you only get to see in this situation. So I've applied that to LA. When you get those moments where you get to just, I'll see you niggas soon, regardless of how this goes, the freedom to just perform in LA, that's something I probably could have embraced a little earlier. But as far as like on the strip, that's new.
That's when you watch Steph Curry shoot from half court because if he missed, he's not coming out the game.
Not coming out the game. It's you giving that green light, nigga. I guess with Steph, he knows because he's been hitting that shot for so long. And he got the contract. I don't have the contract.
Yeah, but before that.
Absolutely.
Before that. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying like I'm drawing.
He was hitting that shot in college and in high school, and you was hitting that shot at the touch, but that's not LA.
Absolutely. But now let's consider his $200-300 million contract to a powerful TV show.
Yeah.
And actually it's still the same. The fact that he can hit that shot and or that I can do this is what gives me the $300 million contract and or the TV show. But I don't have that yet. BT doesn't have that yet.
Yeah.
But hitting that shot will get me that from what I've seen. Because what I've seen is, as of recently, and this has literally happened within the last, I'm gonna say 4 years. I'm gonna say 4 because I'm counting all the COVID years. Because at this point in time, we damn near 3 years into COVID. Because it's like 2019 is when I believe I say I'm. When did we lock down? Lock down 2020 or 2020? 2019.
2020.
So then I got off the road January 1 of 2020. So 2020, 2021, and now we're in 2022. So at the going towards the later part of 19 is when I started. Go ahead.
The ender part.
The ender part. Sorry.
That nigga just told me going towards the ender part.
Going towards
what happened at the ender part of this?
At the ender part of 2019, I started doing like less. I started doing more LA rooms and getting a little more comfortable in this space enough to say, hey, nigga, I need to get off the road and really try to, be a main at all the clubs. I was like, I don't even want to host one spot. I would love to be. I got spots at the Factory. I got spots at the Store. I got spots at the Improv. I got spots at the Union. Got spots at Comedy Magic, at that Long Beach. This would be more effective, flappers, and it would be more effective than me being out on the road at this point in time in my life. It would be more effective to do this. They gave me a spot at the Laugh Factory maybe about 8 months ago or something like that. And it was like a Saturday night, nigga, the 10 o'clock show. It might even been the 7 o'clock show. It was prime time Laugh Factory real estate, not Chocolate Sundays, nigga. Chocolate Sundays is beautiful. It wasn't that. It was not that. It was me, Dane Cook, Harlan Williams. It was like these niggas let me go second, or I was either second or first. It was like the host, then one person, then me, or just the host did quite a bit of time and then me. I think it was one other person, and somebody was late, and them niggas let me stretch. And you talking about, nigga, I did like 25, bro. And it's packed in this bitch. And we know, nigga, it's like, nigga, I'm flipping furniture over at this point. They haven't let me do a set like that since. Nigga, no, I don't know who stopped it. Nigga, ever since then, I've been hosting. It was like, nigga, okay, what the fuck was that? No. You're not finna. for being here, bringing that energy to the show because it was weird, nigga. I ain't never been here before. I have not done a set like that at the Hollywood since. They was like, nope, you're hosting from on out because hosting
they turn you to a waiter.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah, you can't be no bartender up here flipping bottles and setting drinks on fire. No, we're not having that. So then I started. So now I host. And hosting is always a weird space, right? Because you want to freestyle and you want to kind of set the room up for them to be comfortable with anything, right? I do a little bit of freestyle, but I want to make sure you guys can take material in. I want to cuss, but I don't want to be too overt, too early. I don't want to fuck pussy shit fuck right out the gate because nigga, the next comic might be clean. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to alter the room too much. So it's like you got to set this. It's a party at your house, but it's not your birthday. It's like it's a party at it's your house. It's not your birthday. It's somebody else's birthday. So that's kind of always the stage you're setting. But as of recently, nigga, I started taking them parameters off. I'm like, all right, nigga, a little more. I'm gonna do material, but like on this I'm going to make this show mine. And that has instilled beautiful things in LA. Like I've seen more opportunities come because of it. I've seen more things happen. I've seen more conversations. I've seen they started booking me more. I'm like, oh, I wasn't showing this part. I wasn't showing me just creating like in the moment off the cuff. I did a birthday show last night because somebody saw me at the Laugh Factory in Long Beach doing that. And literally was like, here's this much money. I was like, nigga, I would have to catch a flight for this. Random birthday party. It was a great time. All women. All badass black women. One Latino chick. All beautiful black women. Latino chick. And I was like, okay. I was like, I don't know how y'all saw me. We saw you at Long Beach. You were great. I thought you'd be great for mom's birthday. Mama was nigga 41. I was like, listen, mama is in my range.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. I don't know how old the mom was. She looked about 38, 39, 40. She didn't look that old.
Not in my range. Mama is actually my preference.
Nigga, mama fucking I'm gonna be stepdaddy. No. But no, the whole family was cool. Everybody was great. It was like just great energy. It was love. Bunch of beautiful black women was great. But I say all that to say, nigga, the allowing yourself the freedom to fully be different and be 1,000% aggressively your brand in LA, it feels like it changes things. It feels like it shifts the furniture. And oddly, if I become the nigga that I think I'm become, all this shit gonna sound genius. I could be totally wrong, nigga. But allowing yourself the freedom to fuck up, to fail, to adjust, to freestyle, cause if this happened, it's only because you've had this happen in your comedy career before, Mike. You just hadn't seen this kind of weird ass energy in LA. And I can say, nigga, that room always has it.
Hey, so man, but here's the thing.
It's gonna happen next time you do it.
I've actually done the room before. And it was just every experience is different, man.
It wasn't weird that night. Them niggas.
Hey, man, let me know. It was weird. It was just different results. I just think this was just another level of weirdness. And you said something when you said you always on alert. I don't think I personally was on alert.
Yes.
I think I was like, it's all good. It's a fun night. I'm here.
Look at you out here relaxed. You out here in the ring with your hands down.
Exactly. That's what I did, man. I was just like, chilling, man. It's comedy. I do this shit every night. It might be, but this level of weirdness, I was like, oh. And man, when I hit the stage and the way they was looking, it was like, everything he just said is true about this guy. And let's find out. And now I'm like, wait, y'all. Hey, hey.
Oh man, hey yo, hey man, we in a full comedy conversation now. And I was gonna say something else, but now we right here. So we just going, hey man, I hope you guys are entertained with these peaks behind these curtains.
Let's stay here. Let's stay here. Oh, fuck that other conversation we're gonna have.
Hey, check this out. I had a conversation about hosting the touch.
Ooh.
I had a conversation about hosting the touch. And I'm not opposed to it, but I'm opposed to it. You feel me? Matter of fact, I called you that night, but you was running lines with Tan.
Yeah.
Because it was a conversation me and Atia had and another comic. We was talking for like an hour. And I was trying to explain to said comic. Hey, look, I'm like, yo, if y'all want to get this room like how y'all want it to be, you need a comedian to do it.
Oh, this is funny.
One comedian to take it over and say, hey, this is my room. I'm going to promote it. I'm going to book it. I'm going to make sure it's ran how I want it ran.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I said, because that's what BT did. And I said, but if you're talking about in this city, you only have like maybe 2 comics that can actually do that.
Mm-hmm.
And said comic was like, nah, it's way more than that. And I'm like, nah, bro, you don't know who BT Kingsley is. you don't really get it, G. and you know, I was like, I said, you gotta remember when BT had this room, you had not every week, but regularly, you had Scroncho headlining or Rodney Perry or Tony Roberts or Nate Jackson. I believe Earthquake came through.
Yep.
Leslie Jones, Melanie Camacho, Coco Brown.
Bill Bellamy came through. It was
Bill
a lot.
Bellamy, Delay.
Yep.
Jay Phillips came through.
Jay Phillips, yeah.
Who'd you just say?
I said Ron G.
Ron G, yeah.
Clayton Thomas, or yeah.
CT. No, there's way more names. I'm not. Honest John, I believe, came through.
Hassan Minaj. DC Irvin. Eric Schwartz. Mosher Kasher.
Yes. Yes.
Mikey Winfield.
Yo, I was there when it started, man. Man.
So then he was like, he named somebody, and I said, yeah, bro, you don't know what I'm talking about then. The name you just threw out, I said Rodney Perry, bro. Don't bring that name up.
Yeah.
I said Tony Roberts will be in here, and you just brought me a name that shouldn't be brought up in that conversation.
That's when you knew the conversation was over.
Chris.
Yeah. Chris.
See, James is actually hilarious.
You brought me Chris. And no, Chris is fine, but I'm talking about Coco Brown.
Yeah.
To this day, I've never seen live Coco not get a standing go. Her or Leslie. I've never been with them live and not seen the crowd feel like at the end of this they must stand to their feet.
Yeah. And
applaud this. And we haven't. I feel like Lunel definitely came through.
Yeah. Insane Wayne. Yeah,
Insane Wayne.
Henry Dugard. It was only destroyers.
Dennis Gaxiola.
Yes.
Hope Flood. So yeah, though now that I was thinking of, it's a lot. Right? But then it's like I got another situation at other club where I could do something too. But I know I would have a lot more freedom over here.
At the touch.
Yes.
Yeah,
But I'd have to do a total rebrand and a total, right? Do I want to do that while I'm also establishing more things down south?
And, man, so that's like, I've seen this happen to people where they decide to take a radio gig full time, and now certain things are off limits, especially when you're feeling a level of momentum. When you know this other opportunity isn't necessarily gonna go away forever.
Yeah, and another thing about it is I can always just have somebody else host it while I'm gone.
Right.
Right? Like I'm not gonna be here, so such and such is hosting.
So
Yeah, man.
All right. So I
it's tricky. It's intriguing.
It's intriguing, but it's tricky. But there might be a win in here. Side note, you guys, we're talking about the Touch of Class. It was a show that was started in Sacramento. It's where they filmed the Comedy Central Heart of City at. So
there's more to the story, but go ahead.
No, please keep going.
No, I'm talking about there's more to the story about you describing the Touch of Class, but whatever.
Yeah, a lot more happened than that.
It's a phenomenal room. So the only rules I had for the Touch were very simple.
Esau McGraw used to come through too. Keep going.
Esau got them McGraw. What's the nigga in the football jersey? The
Cool Bubba Ice used to come through too. Keep
going.
Yeah,
he did. Yes, he did.
What's the nigga in the football jersey that the comic? He's probably
Hitman.
He's been doing it since probably forever. Probably older than
Ron Dancy.
Yeah, he never did it. He didn't come through. He came through, but he didn't headline at all. That's why I was hosting. That come Ron Dancy. I don't know when Ron Dancy started comedy, boy, but when he told me that Esau story, I said, "Sir, you are cooked." Nigga said Esau wasn't funny. I said, "Nigga, you're never headline in this room." You clearly don't know anything about comedy, sir.
Nima Williams used to come through.
Definitely Nima Williams. Keisha Hunt. So my rules for the Touch were very simple. Number one, never miss a week. Every Sunday, without fail, do the goddamn show. Hell or high water, have the show. The moment you start missing weeks, you fuck up the whole energy. Number two, bring in out-of-town headliners. Bring in niggas from out of town because that legitimizes the show. It's like it's never meant to be an open mic. It was always a showcase room. So it's like it should be a show. People should be coming to see something. And I forgot what number 3 was, but I know those two was definitely 2 hard ones.
I remember one of the rules was keep fresh blood in the water.
Yeah, keep fresh blood in the water. That's like a marketing promotional thing. But like the here's what you could probably do. You could probably there might be a way to stretch this if done correctly so it's not too heavy on you. Because you doing the Touch every Sunday is way too much. Not for you. Not at this point in time, it's too much. You do too much, you're gone too much, you're starting to spend more time down here, you on the road, it's too much. But you taking over booking and promotion and marketing and all that other shit is something else with the addendum of you doing one once a month or when you're available. So let's say we start cutting the loose ends, right? As opposed to whoever show up, go up. No, nigga, there's 5 people booked for this show, and those are the 5 niggas that are going up. This nigga's hosting, this nigga's closing, these are the 3 people going up. And then monthly or quarterly or every month and a half or whatever, there's Lance Woods week that Lance hosts host. There's no where Lance hosts.
It's probably towards the ender of the month.
The ender.
Probably closer to the ender of the month. And that week you bring in a headliner. Y'all raise the budget some, y'all bring in a headliner, and then that way. And if done correctly, that might be able to be extended out to others. So there could be a Mike a weekend or a BT weekend, and then maybe that can be the rotation. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, oh no, there's or even without that, you would have a world where you could have rotated headliners, because the other reason for the headliners is you want to be outsourcing work so you can work, right? Mm-hmm. Like for when I went to Atlanta, when the Touch is birthed under a very simple idea. When I was in Houston, niggas had rooms, period. When I came to Texas, when I came to Sacramento, the only nigga that had a room was Mike. Mike had an open mic at a spot on Florin.
Yep.
Mike had an open mic on Florin, and I don't even think Dale's room started yet. No,
Louis hadn't even started yet.
Louis hadn't started yet. Even Mr. Show hadn't started yet.
Right.
Like Mike show was the only nigga I knew in Sac. It was the only show I knew about. Like, and I was looking, nigga, and it was none. The Punchline still had their once a month, and Labs
did too. No,
Labs
they did
too. So Labs and what's that? And then everything else was spoken word rooms. It was vibe sessions and mahogany and what was that, the Stony Inn?
90 Mondays. But that was
before 90 Mondays.
That was way after.
So Mike, there was a show that you used to do. It was a spoken word room on like Howe and Fair Oaks, like by that time.
Yeah, Dante Club.
There was Dante Club. There was another one. But this might even be before your open mic. Is because Howard used to tell me that you was the only nigga, you was the only comedian that they had. You was the only good comedian that they had.
It's even funnier because it wasn't just that. Yo, I was out the house. Like, man, every event that was taking place, yo, I was on that bitch, man. Like, yo, it be stuff, man. Like, you miss a little bit too, man. Like, I was in these streets, like.
Oh, please don't get me talking about that shit. Oh my God, please, bro. Nigga, I just had a full conversation with Terrell and Briggs. Nigga, the memory. Oh, Zach used to be cracking. No, but there was another show. I can't remember what it was called, but this is before even that Stony Inn show. And I think I moved there right after it ended. It had only been down for like a month or two, but they wasn't doing it no more.
The dope part about this is all before me.
Oh yeah.
I was not around for any. I was not in entertainment at all during any of this. So I'm just listening because this is it's fascinating.
So you weren't even around for Ocean Lounge.
No.
Ocean's. I think it was. That's what it's called.
That's it.
It's the Ocean's Lounge.
Ocean's Lounge was such a hot room.
Man, Ocean's Lounge is before me.
So this is Esau.
This is Mike. Shit, from all I can say, this nigga Howard said Mike was the only funny nigga that used to come to Ocean's Lounge. It was mostly spoken word artists and him. He said that nigga came every week with new material. He said this nigga was consistent.
Yo, let me tell you, I was killing and bombing, and it was always funny. Even the bombs. They was legendary bombs, man, but it was freedom. It was like, yo, man, like, young, don't give a shit. I wrote all these jokes. I'm doing all these jokes. But that room, man, it was just one of those hot-ass rooms, too.
Yeah, nigga, Ocean's Lounge. I remember because I missed Ocean's Lounge. When I moved there, they had relocated to the Stony Inn. And Lance, there used to be a show at the Stony. You know what the Stony Inn is? It used to be a show a block down from there at the Plantation.
Oh man, right? Was E hosting that? Was that E?
I feel like that was E Clark's show.
Right.
I feel like that was E Clark's show. Nigga, food at the Plantation was good as fuck. Side note, total random side note. I know it's a horrible name for a restaurant, but shit, that shit was good.
Horrible.
Horrible.
Horrible. The worst. Maybe possibly the worst name for a soul food restaurant.
Yeah, the plantation. But so I come when it's Stony End time, and it's spoken word has the city. It's everywhere, nigga. It's every city you go to. It's a nigga. Every nigga I know, nigga, did some poetry at some time, and even if they didn't love it, niggas was doing it just to get some pussy, nigga. Like niggas was on this stage spitting that shit, right? And me and Mike was like two of the few comics that would also frequent these rooms. And then fast forward to starting to touch. So when I start to touch, the logic is when I go out of town to other cities, nigga, you had to talk to the nigga that had the room. I still get calls to this day about niggas trying to get booked in LA and asking me about the touch. I'm like, bro, I'm so far removed from that. I don't know who to tell you to call. I talked to Andre yesterday. That nigga ain't up there no more. I don't know who to talk to, bro. So it's a powerful thing to have if you have it, because you get to keep your foot on the pulse of what's hot, who's good, and finances. Hey, man, listen, I got this room. It only pay 100, 200, 300, 500, whatever it may be. But you could do that en route of doing all your other shit. You could do this. You could do, you know what I mean? Because at one point in time, you could do a show with Wayne. You could do a show with me. You could do a show in the Bay. And like, this could be your little Northern Cali run. So if you can talk them niggas into a reasonable budget, and it don't have to be a lot, the more the better. But if it's reasonable, niggas will come scoop up that bread and other shit. Niggas will be like, oh, I got to go down to LA. Well, fuck it, nigga. I'm gonna just hit SAC, and this show. Let's say the show paid $250. This will take care of my flight there, and then I could be in LA for however long I'm there, and I can just fly out of LA. Niggas will look at it like that. Oh, nigga, I'll take a bus down. Nigga, when you funny and don't nobody know you and you roughing it, I know niggas that'll come grab that money. So if you could, it obviously the more you could get, the higher comics you could get. But even the comics that are good, what would happen is a nigga be doing the punchline and they just happen to know me and was like, well, shit, nigga, I'm here. What time is the show over? It was like, nigga, Sunday show's over. Or nowadays, they don't even do Sundays at the punchline no more. Let me tell it that's partially because of me. I'd take that. I'd take, they don't do Sundays. Do they do Sundays at Laughs? Or they still do Sundays at Laughs?
No. They don't do Sundays at Laughs no more.
I know for a fact I took it from Tommy T's. And I'll say I took it from the Touch on because Tommy himself came to the Touch. Was just sitting in the back watching, and it was jumping in that bitch. And that nigga was like, I'm finna open a whole club up here. And 3 months later, he had bought a club inside. So absolutely, nigga, if you could take control of the reins of the show, yes, nigga, do that. But you know, it's tricky.
Because it would be easier just to do something else, somewhere else, and start fresh.
That's true too. What night would you do it though?
Either I would probably want to do it on Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday.
And you would do it every
week.
Are you talking about like at a club?
If it's at a club, it's gonna have to be probably a Sunday. It's at a club because you know the club work how the club work. So you know I can't really do Wednesday, but because it's a balance, right? If you do a Sunday or a Monday, out of towners is easy. It's easy to get out of town on a Sunday or Monday because they can already be somewhere.
Yes.
On a Tuesday, that means they coming down for it.
Yeah,
and a lot of the times.
Yeah, you gotta have a budget to make it make sense. Unless there's a Monday.
Yeah.
And sometimes niggas will fill that spot. So like you were saying, Lance, once I started doing Sundays, I looked up and there was a Nutty Monday, and then Patrick J had, I think Pat's show was on Sunday too. Matter of fact, I'm sure it was. This thing Patrick started the show 3 blocks from me.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard.
He started the show 3 blocks from me. I don't know if Patrick started the show or the club started the show and talked to him about it. I don't know. It didn't last, but it was.
Was that Clarion joint?
No, not the Clarion. This is on Stockton, nigga. It was like literally the other hood club, like literally 3 blocks. And it started a little bit before the touch, and it was cool. It was cool. I went down there like once or twice, but the touch was the touch at this time. It was like shit was popping. Niggas was playing catch up. Like shit, we up start some comedy too. Because that's the thing about comedy, nigga. If you build it, they will come, nigga. As soon as you start the room, it's gonna be new comics. It's gonna be new that shit like that.
Yeah, man. And a LW presents. Yo, that ain't a bad look. Yeah, even on the ones you can't be there.
Yeah, it'll be a lot different now because I'll be starting to get much more established.
Yes.
So, you know, it's like it's new, but y'all know me. It ain't that new.
Right.
It ain't the same thing.
That's the interesting thing about you is you already have a built-in audience.
Yeah.
So it makes a dynamic for people that already support you. What are we coming to, Lance? Because now you've been feeding them niggas. Chick-fil-A. You can't just throw McDonald's in front of them.
Yeah, that's another
fried mango.
That's another thing, because you know what I mean. We still on Stockton Boulevard.
Yeah,
some of the people I would be having on Stockton Boulevard, they would be like, "Why am I here?"
Yes. See, and now that I was able to curve that energy slightly because of the perception was different. The perception for Stockton is always going to be that, but the touch was the club that they hood uncles went to and they mama might have hung out at. Mm-hmm. Mind you, I was a club promoter with all the young hot bitches. There's no other way to explain it. It's like, nigga, and them being over here sounded like a bad idea until this shit was cracking. Mm-hmm. So it was like, once it was cracking, it was cracking. It was like, this is all right. Like now it's cracking, but the environment has changed. So having to rotate that environment again, nigga, that sounds like, whoo.
Yeah.
Be training the crowd, teaching niggas to be on time, teaching them they can't talk to the comics and can't heckle and whoo, y'all got to stop talking and
rearranging the layout of how the room looks to what I think is best.
Yeah, man, that is a journey, brother.
Yeah, that's what makes the club easier because they already set up.
Yeah,
they already got staff. They already got a layout. They already got a whole system in place.
Right. Hey, man, but typically, man, is it like when you leave the corporation, isn't the money better from like the place that's not the corporation?
At least the potential is.
Yeah. Like the mom and pop shop, you're going to make more than when you go and try to do the same thing at like, I don't know, Krispy Kreme.
BT got something on his mind.
Yeah, but I don't know if this is an off-air conversation or on air.
That's the debate in your head right now? That's what you...
Okay, editor, note this mark from this point.
12 seconds later.
Hey, y'all missed it. I'm sorry, you guys. We're going to tell y'all this shit.
We're back.
Hey, man, that conversation was crazy.
That's wild. That's wild. That's wild. They'll never know. They'll never know.
Oh, man. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'd much rather knock out all the kinks before niggas come steal a brilliant fucking idea.
I get it.
But I like that a lot. I'll go even a step further. Now I'm just talking in code since we leaving all this part, right? If if that can be worked out, that could be the new format. Cause you talking about, nigga, really, that's really a way to put gasoline on the fire, bro. Cause you look up and this motherfucker just everywhere. It's like, okay, well shit, nigga. Cause it would help everything. It would help everything. I'm down.
Yeah, man. I say, I mean, let's have any off-air discussion we gotta have, man. But let's get it on the calendar. And like I said, I'll especially since I'm about to this week, I'll definitely be able to get a response.
All right, bet. Well, shit, nigga, I'm finna call y'all. I'm out.
There it is. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to episode 80 of Black T University. And you know what? While I got you here, and they all decided to dip, you know, man, like, this thing about this being different thing, man, like, you know, if it's true, cool, you know, or whatever. Huh?